Just setting the thumbnail. Okay. Friday, 7th of February, 2020. I had to think about what year it was then. My coffee's not really kicked in yet, I guess, this morning. Um, this morning's Stoic thing was fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's kind of something that we all know and deal with on a daily basis. So we'll skip right past that and actually get into something a little bit more positive for today. I've been playing around with the idea of running a 24/7 live stream setup for a long time. I actually registered a domain name and an account on Steam, and even got Fundition to get behind it a little bit in the early days of the project. And then obviously life got in the way and other things got in the way, and actually not having the right hardware got in the way. And then I've revisited that recently in the last couple of days and done a bit more research and found that there's actually ways to run a virtual private server in the cloud and work with it that way. And there's also dedicated units for me to be able to stream into the web rather than just using my same machine to do it. I was always going to use a second machine, but I wanted a dedicated way, and actually a better way to do it mobile as well. So you see these streams at IRL, well, they also have like dedicated devices to do that. So I kind of was digging around and came across this channel called flareTV, and did a little bit of research about it. But he basically set up a 24/7 live stream of a subscriber counter, tracking PewDiePie, and I can't remember what the other team was, but there was some kind of like, I think it was some kind of like Pakistani TV network or some show thing that were putting stuff out, and they were each on a race to 100 million subscribers. And I think this stream lasted for about a year, and over the course of that year, this guy, I presume it's a guy because it doesn't look like it's like a business operation or anything like that, they only have 19 videos on their account, but that one video alone, all it was a 24/7 stream of like subscriber numbers going up, like one on one side and one on the other side. And that video ended up with 116 million views. My point is here that he now has, this flareTV has 2.1 million subscribers on his channel. So it's interesting to me how if you pick something like PewDiePie, who has 100 million subscribers, there's a chance that you're going to take a percentage of those subscribers if you do something which is useful to that community, which in this sense it was the live stream. So I've been thinking about this for Steam, or any crypto project, in fact, really, or all crypto projects. There seems to be a weird thing with crypto that I've noticed, is that the communities from the different blockchains don't necessarily get on. In fact, they sometimes alienate each other by saying that, oh, your blockchain's this or your blockchain's that. They don't seem to be all in it together, like support each other, because if crypto gets accepted, then everybody wins. I don't understand why it's like one versus the other. And I can understand it from a technical point of view. If you are very technical and you understand one chain over another and one performs better than the other one, but there's no unity in blockchain. It's just like, or at least I've seen very little of it. If you know of communities that have like an overall unity for all chains, then do let me know. But I was going through it, and I did a little bit of research on it, and then I've also looked at some of these like live streaming audio channels that just have like a animated, almost like a cinemagraph that just loops and loops and loops with different music. And there's like thousands of people that sit and listen to it because they're either doing studying at home or whatever. So I think there's an opportunity there to use a 24/7 live stream, and even have it so that other people can stream it on their accounts or their Twitter channels. For instance, on Twitter, if you're doing a live stream with Periscope, because Twitter bought Periscope, it's tightly integrated into the application. So somebody firing up Twitter who follows you will see the live Periscope at the top. So just a massive opportunity to market a blockchain, be it Steam or otherwise. So I've been looking at the hardware for it, and I think I'm going to start small with the Raspberry Pi 4, because there's libraries out there that enable you to do encoding from like a USB camera, and it will be easier to keep a Raspberry Pi 4 charged up with additional batteries and stuff. And also there's libraries out there on GitHub for bonding using a command line version of Speedify, which is a great little bonding application that just aggregates all of the USB modems that you have connected to the Raspberry Pi and bonds them together. So it gives you more redundancy and bandwidth. If one falls over, then the other one, you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to play around with that at some point. But I just wanted to give you a bit of an update about that. I've wrote out a little post if you want to go through it. Added a few links in for these projects that are already doing stuff like this. And as I step through and play with this, I'll be reporting about it a lot more using DTube and just posting some videos as I step through and get it all working. The biggest problem with this was the scheduler part of things. I wanted to be able to be in a situation where the streaming part was rock solid, and then just feed that that server instance with a really nice, fluid, secure system. Maybe some kind of SFTP or hardcore, more hardcore than that. Being able to send files up to it really fast so that you can just drop them into like a real-time scheduler, and then have that scheduler on a website so people could see what shows or what content was going to come up, instead of just dumping a load of stuff on it and letting it loop. Actually having a proper schedule to it. So I'm back into doing this again. I kind of let it bubble in the back of my mind for a little while, and then I'm actually decided that this is the stuff that I enjoy to do, so I'm gonna play around with it a bit more. Alright, I will catch up with you soon. I've got a busy Friday today. I hope you have a good day wherever you are in the world. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Drifting slowly into an empty space.